So, step number one, let's say you need a microphone, a handheld microphone, and you want to do the wireless microphone. First thing you're going to do, you're going to go into the audio drawer, you're going to reach in and grab this microphone. Now the way that you turn the microphone on the bottom there's a button. You're going to press and hold the button until the red light comes on. When the red light comes on, you can look inside and you can see there's some numbers. There's also a image that says battery with a few bars. Hopefully the batteries are full. You should have 4 bars for a full battery. If not, you're going to need a new battery. There should be some in the audio drawer. If not, come find me, find somebody who can help you with that, or bring batteries. Second thing to know about this microphone is when it's on, you can press the bottom of it and mute it, and you'll see if you have really good eyes, it says mute in there. You press it again, it unmutes. So if you're talking and for some reason you see that the red light is on, but you still can't hear anything and you don't have good eyes, just tap the bottom of the button, it might be muted, and unmute it. Alright, so when the red light's on and it's unmuted, you should be good to go. Now, on the board, this is where it all happens. We have a label for handheld wireless. That is this microphone. This microphone is a handheld wireless microphone. You should not need to change any of the EQs or pans or effects here. Everything should be all set as it is. But, as always, I want to check and see the level of my voice. So I push the PFL button and I check to see how loud my voice is. If it's in the yellow like that, I want to turn it down at the red gain button so that it's not going to get distorted when I play it over the speakers. So that's plenty right there. And now I should be okay to slide the slider up and I can hear my voice in the speakers. Awesome. Alright, so I have the left-right mains are on, and I have my slider, it's all the way up to 0, and I'm making sure that it's not getting into the yellow or the red. Hey guys, alright, I want to talk to you about the lapel microphone. The lapel microphone is also a wireless microphone. To turn it on, you're going to do the same thing you did with the other handheld wireless mic. You're going to press and hold the button. You should see a green light that comes on here. And again, when you push the button once while it's on, it mutes. The light turns red. You push it again, it turns green. That means it's ready to go. With the lapel microphone, you're going to want to make sure that this little tiny microphone sound hole is facing away from you. You don't want to put it into your shirt. So I'm going to put it on my little button right there, zipper rather, and you're going to want to wear this on your hip, somewhere like that. If you want to feed it down your shirt or whatever to make it look better, you can do whatever you want for that. Now on the board, you're going to have lapel wireless available to control this sound. And again, I'm going to press the PFL button and make sure that I'm getting a signal, but that it's not too loud. And again, this is a very sensitive microphone, so I don't want it to be loud at all, or you're going to get a lot of feedback. The EQ should be set to eliminate as much feedback as possible, but again, you may have to make some minor adjustments, and you're always going to subtract different frequencies. You never want to add frequencies with a lapel microphone. So coming down the slider, the gain is good. I can press the PFL button and I can slide the slider up and I hear my voice coming through the speakers. So now I've got my hands free, I can talk, whatever. Again, you'll want to check the microphone battery level, make sure that the battery's good. And this microphone will always be a little bit lower than the handheld, because it's more sensitive. So you'll still hear it and you're okay, but if you're setting it up, you want to keep it kind of low. Alright? Alright dudes, now for my favorite part. Let's get some music playing in here. First things first, all drinks need to stay out of this area. I will always repeat that. Oh hey, me again. Hey, I'm going to show you how to play music from your iPod or phone or anything that plays music. Again, we've got a cord labeled iPod over here. That corresponds to iPod on the soundboard. Left and right is your actual left and right. They should be panned left to the left, right to the right. And what I'm going to do for music is I'm going to open up a song that I want to play. I'm going to go ahead and just hit play. Now, I usually leave my volume at about 3/4 of the way. Again, it doesn't matter because the main thing is that I'm going to hit the PFL buttons and I'm going to check on here to see how loud it is. If it's up in the red like that, that's bad. I do not want that. So I want it to stay in the green. Now I have my left and right mains turned up. I have music playing on the phone. The last thing is to slide up both left and right sliders. And if for some reason you want music just in the right speaker, you can turn off the left one. Let's say you want it to be louder on that side of the room or on that side of the room, but normally you keep them together. Alright? That's the iPod or iPhone. Oh, hello. You caught me listening to music. Alright, right now I want to teach you how to play music over the sound system using Pandora, using the computer for your audio source. Now, if you have other music files or whatever, this is the same thing, but I want to show you what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Google Chrome, because that's Ted's favorite browser, and I'm going to go into Pandora. If you want to just search, you can. Pandora's coming up for me. And it's already signed in with Holly Bernay Menser. Fantastic. So I can see what music list she has. I'm just going to go ahead and let it play on Rend Collective. And now that it's playing, there's a few different audio sources you want to make sure that are on and ready to go. Number one, the audio for Pandora should be around 3/4 of the way or more. It doesn't matter if it's higher, but you want to make sure that it's on. The other thing is you want to make sure that the computer's overall audio output is up all the way. That's okay for it to be up all the way. Now, I know that Pandora's sending sound. I know that the computer's sending sound. I see that it's playing, but I don't hear anything. So, I'm going to the CPU button, slider. I'm going to press the PFL button because I don't want it to be in the red. Again, this is where when I turn the slider, when I turn the gain, I can get it up into the yellow, but I don't want it in the yellow. I want it to peak out in the green. Now, I've got my left and right up, and I can just slide the slider up. And I've got audio in the house from the computer. And then again, just changing to another channel, you can change the channel. Once it's on and good, you can also, mute the volume on here. If you want to, you can take the volume up and down on here. But you always want to make sure that it's not in the red or the yellow when it's coming into the soundboard. Actually, first things first, I noticed someone was drinking coffee up here. That's a no-no. All coffee, all liquids need to be set outside of this area. Very expensive equipment. Alright, we're going to talk to you about getting a microphone set up. So up on stage, I have Teddy. He's plugged in an XLR cable into channel number 5. Channel number 5 is on the floor, up on the stage. We'll show you that in a second. And then I actually labeled it mic, so that I know that that's Teddy's mic. Now, the first step to making sure that I'm able to get sound out of the microphone is going to start right here on this red knob. This red knob is the input gain. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that it's not too loud and not too quiet. So what I'll do is I'll press this button right here. It says PFL. PFL is going to allow me to look over here at this little gauge and see how loud his volume is when it's coming in initially. So Teddy's going to start talking right now. And even though I don't have it turned on, I'm turning the gain up so that it does not go in the yellow or the red. I want it to stay in the green, but I want to see plenty of it. Alright? Now, after I see that he's good, I can turn the PFL button off and I can slide the slider up and listen for him.
There's Chick-fil-A this week that I'm going to go to. And the other day I went to Chick-fil-A and I saw a manager.
The other important thing is that you want to make sure that the left-right mains are turned up.
Why would I be here in the first place?
So now I have control of his voice with this white slider.
And I'm like, yeah,
we're all good. Alright, one more thing. We're going to talk about when you plug in a piano or a guitar or any other instrument. So right here I have actually a guitar up on the stage, and it's being looped and played through a loop. Now remember, my first step is to press this PFL button, and you can look over here. You can see that it's not too loud. Now here's what it looks like. If it's too loud, it gets up in the red and in the yellow. You do not want that. So turn it down so that the loudest it is, it's still in the green. Now also at that point, if you look here on the slider, on the this row for the guitar, I have this button right here that says 100 Hz. That is a cut at 100 Hertz. I do not want to cut an instrument's sound at 100 Hertz. I want to leave that up. The only time I would push it is for this other one, which was Teddy's vocals. I don't want to hear Teddy's vocals at under 100 Hertz. That will not be a pleasant sound unless he has a really good low range. Also, on the slider itself, we have the EQ band. We have the highs, the high mids, the low mids, and the lows. I would recommend that you just leave these all at 12 o'clock, and if you're making any adjustments, you should always adjust down or cut out one of the mid frequencies. The lows and the highs should be pretty good with the overall EQ. Now, the last thing I want to show you is when the sound comes on, we have monitors that you can plug in on the stage that I'll show you in a second. This first knob right here controls monitor number 1. The second knob right here controls monitor number 2 for this channel. So even when this is off and all the way down on the slider, I can still have it on the monitor. And the monitor's overall volume is right here with these two black sliders, monitor 1 and monitor 2. And we'll show you how to plug those in just a second. Alright, now we're going to take a look at plugging in your monitors. In the floor, on the stage, there's a box that has monitors 1 and 2 labeled. You're going to use the speak on connector, and you're going to twist it until it falls into the slot. And when it does, you're going to turn it to the right or clockwise to lock it in place. Then on the other end, you're going to plug into your speaker, twist it until they line up, and then make sure it's locked in place. Now you have speakers on the stage for your band so they can hear themselves.